Hi everyone, this is GM VAR AKOBIAN with 1000 GM, and this is a recap video of round number 7 US Championship. In this round we have a lot of decisive games. In fact, in the Women's Championship there are a lot of decisive games. So here we have Suzuki lost against Pakidze, Megan Lee won against Jennifer Yu. This was an upset. And TOKHIRJONOVA Abrahamian is our highlight game. We're going to take a look. And Alice Lee lost to Rochelle Wu. Esperan won against Foiger. Jan drew against Crush, and Cervantes drew against Zatonskih. Our highlight game is between TOKHIRJONOVA and Abrahamian. They're two good friends and Olympic teammates as well from the recent Olympiad in India. So let's take a look. So we have the French defense. French defense is expected because Datev has been a lifelong French player. So I'm sure TOKHIRJONOVA, not surprised, and had something prepared. So we see an advanced French actually, which is a little bit rare, but lately it's been gaining more popularity. So bishop d7, bishop b2, knight g7, knight g6. See, I've never been a big fan of playing this knight e7, knight g6. I don't know too much about these systems. I've always been the guy who just plays the move queen b6 and puts pressure here. Attack this. Okay? So bishop d7. Knight d2. Inaccuracy, knight c2, b4, h4 was the best here. Apparently h4 is a good idea to try to put pressure here. Okay. Knight c2. g3. h4. f6. h5. Knight h8. Bishop f4. Knight f7. Bishop d3. Perhaps castling would be a nice idea too, to get the safety. But TOKHIRJONOVA is waiting. TOKHIRJONOVA is a very strong attacking player. This is interesting because they both like to attack, these players. And here we see rook c8 played. Again, not taking. I would consider this. Take knight g5 to try to trade some pieces, perhaps. So I think it's a very interesting position. So rook c8, e2, takes, knight g5. And now we have knight h4 played by Begim. I think maybe take castle and just try to keep the position safe. You know, that's what I would have liked here. You know, so that's one option. Knight h4, inaccuracy. Knight b4 and returning the inaccuracy. Inaccuracy met by an inaccuracy. If knight e4 is played, takes, take, queen a5 check. Knight takes d5 and bishop to c6, putting lots of pressure here. Okay. Knight b4, bishop check, f1 now. But now there are a lot of pieces actually. There's a congestion on the king side. There are a lot of pieces they're trying to attack. Takes. Bishop b7. Knight g6. f7. Queen g4. Mistake actually. The better move would have been here to play f3 and try to remove the knight from here. f3, let's say, knight goes on c5, perhaps bishop b1, and the game goes on here. White is doing quite well here. That knight can never be taken, because once you take on g6, you are getting mated on the h file. For example, takes, rook f4, takes, and simply you have the double up. And yeah, it's going to be very difficult to do anything. You're going to have to come up with some really sophisticated ideas like this to just stay in the game, which is it's going to be very, very hard. Yeah, rook f8, perhaps just everything is defended, defending and mating. So, but f3 was never played. Queen g4 is played, and now queen b6 would be a good shot here to get back into the game and try to put pressure here and here. Knight c5, that's a blunder. Now we go bishop b1. That would be fine too, just to go here. And this is still quite good. Now bishop g6. And now the knight was replaced by the bishop. Again, it can never be taken here. If it's taken, it's going to be a problem. So he goes bishop c6, takes, d4, 3, bishop d2 now. Just a difficult position here. In fact, instead of king h8 here, maybe just play the move h6, you know, to try to fight a little bit for the dark square, not to give up all the dark squares, because once you do that positionally, you're just always going to be in big trouble. So f3, h6, look at 4, h5. Yeah, now trying to trade here, and actually the Begim goes for this line. She gives up the queen, actually, because now if you take, rook takes, so this actually works out good, because now blocking is just so exposed, and it's just simply over because the threat is actually very nice. It's bishop d6, and rook f8 is the threat. We can also take on h5. So let's say here we can actually even just take here, because if it takes, you have rook f8 mate. Okay. So if you continue pushing, then you have a check, and that leads to the checkmate. Okay. Yeah, this was very sharp game, and I mean, black actually had a good position at some point. Just you know, you don't want to move the knight from e4. The knight is doing a good job blockading things. Okay. So here, just, you know, had to go for a move queen b6 and try to get counterplay. So I think it's very, very important to do that, to get counterplay and just try to have active pieces. So you don't really want to retreat. This is a retreating move, and plus you're opening up the bishop too. So I think, yeah, knight. In fact, bishop b1 would have been even stronger. By just looking at it, you can tell that this is something is wrong in the black's position, because there's just too many attackers are lined up, and when there's so many attackers like this, is going to be difficult to do much. Again, I also think early on this move knight b4 I wasn't a big fan of, because I like the knight on c6. I think the knight is doing a good job putting pressure on e5, so I would have liked the idea of knight e4 to get active and to put pressure. So and knight e4 and just try to get some activities. All right, thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. Again, lots of fighting chess we see in the women's tournament, lots of decisive games. You know, players are fighting, you know, and they're trying. So after this round, we had basically Irina Krush still doing quite well, Jennifer Yu, Megan Lee. So in fact, Megan Lee, she's like actually leading after this round. It was upset, you know, because she kept defeating higher ranked opponents. So after today's win against Jennifer Yu, she was a clear leader after round number 7. Thank you everybody for watching this video. Hope you enjoy it, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll be back with the round 8 coverage very soon. See you next time.